know that 90% of pastors throughout Latin America have received very little or no training? I'm in contact with pastors throughout Latin America who tell me that in their region, not one pastor has received any training whatsoever in biblical theology or in systematics or even how to handle the Word of God. And you can imagine the results of no training, rampant heresy such as legalism or Pharisaism, or the falling in love with prosperity gospel, which is really no gospel at all. How would you like to participate in the solution? We at CITA in English means International Classroom of Applied Theology. We basically do two things. We produce a curriculum that is equivalent to a Master's of Divinity, and our objective is to create 30 courses and display them online in audio, video, with a full manuscript in some cases, or detailed outlines, and with a program of classes, followed up at the end with a final exam. God has blessed us with excellent professors, many of whom already have their PhD in theology. They have others doctors of ministries, others have decades of experience planting churches throughout Latin America, and these men have volunteered to come and join us in producing these courses that I can assure you are reformed, they are Calvinistic, they follow the line of covenant theology. They also honor the confessions of the Westminster Standards, and we believe that not only do they project a very faithful theological essence, they also enjoy much anecdotal pastoral application because the men have, like I said, decades of experience serving in Hispanic contexts. Our methodology, I think, is also unique. We use mentors. All of our curriculum is online, free, and multimedia, but we have been able, by God's providence, to develop relationships with over 30 men in 15 different countries, and it's these mentors that take care of and supervise the educational experience of their own students. And we, on our part, supply encouragement and mentoring and follow up with prayer and requests, and are able to keep these men, they don't need much, they're pretty awesome and inspiring in their own right, and keep us full of joy and inspiration just by their dedication. But this incarnational aspect of the ministry, I think, is one of the things that sets CITA aside and makes it distinct. Other things are the relevance, the cultural relevance, as we make every effort to address the issues that arise from a Roman Catholic understanding of the gospel and from other elements that also affect the understanding of the gospel that are embedded in Latin culture. So we very intentionally are pastoral and applicable and relevant in the way that we go about this particular methodology. But let me re-emphasize, I think the most outstanding component is the way that the compassion and pastoral care and mentoring is transferred through indigenous leadership and respects a local church discipleship dynamic, just because of this particular methodology. However, if students write to us or call us whose pastors are not available to serve as a local mentor, we're able to connect certain needs of students with the mentor that is most appropriate to their needs. With over a half a dozen who serve students by way of Zoom, which I have to confess is pure delight, cranks my case, and really gets me up in the morning with joyful anticipation to respond to the flood of requests both by students and pastors who are very, very anxious to apply this amazing tool to make disciples, teachers, elders, deacons, women who disciple. We have seen men become ordained as pastors and church planters who have already tracked through the 21 courses we already have available. Now, won't you help us to produce the remaining 9 courses and complete this marvelous project, this tool that God is using throughout the world to mature His church? And thank you so much for listening. The Lord bless you richly.